Valiente. He is a 4-year-old draft Mustang-y cross of something. We picked him up at the Centennial Livestock Auction, and he had shoes that were falling off, then scars on his face. He was unhandleable, uncatchable, untouchable, and overall just a really frightened, fearful horse. And in such a big package, a danger to his environment and maybe people and horses in his immediate area. So we picked him up, brought him home, let him settle in for a little bit, and started working on really diving down into who Valiente was and what we needed to work through, where his issues were rooted in, and how we could then go about fixing him both emotionally and physically. So it started with just teaching him that people were not a danger, and he's still not totally convinced that people aren't dangerous. Good boy. And he is one of those horses that he'll attach and convince himself that one person is good, but not people are good. So he has a really aware stranger danger. What a good boy. So the first thing is trying to teach him that the tools in the environment that we're going to use are also safe. So like a halter. This is a horse that was virtually uncatchable, let alone touchable. So we had to teach him that when I come to him into his environment, both to interact with him and to ultimately catch him, that is a safe choice. So we've been working really hard on teaching him to target the equipment and target our movement so that he can come with us instead of avoid us. So if I were to put the halter out, good. His job is now to seek that halter. So now the halter becomes a game and not something to run away from.
Right.
Good. And then reinforcing that with...
What are you using for treats?
With positive reinforcement.
What are you using for treats?
This is just sweet feed, so it's like it's a senior feed.
Okay.
We tried hay pellets, but he said that wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
But you can even see, like out here, this is a very comfortable zone for him. We've created this to be a very safe space. But if I start moving into a different zone,
buddy,
this isn't a safe zone anymore. So we're trying to create safety everywhere, and we're doing that both with certain pressure release techniques and then positive reinforcement. See. So this is a horse that I'm not necessarily going to discourage away from my bubble of space all that often, because he's already so hesitant to come into my space, especially in certain zones, that if he chooses to come with me or into my space, I'm kind of okay with it because he's not being rude about it in any way.
Right.
Get it? Good.
I love how he stretches his lip out.
So in that one, he had to go past me into that danger zone to get to the halter. So see, this is a lot.
Get it, touch it.
It's like, I don't want to, Sarah.
A lot harder. You can do it. Hi.
Oh my god, he's so cute.
Hi.
Trying to figure out if it's worth it or not.
So there's licking and chewing. And you can see even when I have like my little treat bag right in front of me, good.
There you go.
He's not mugging me for the treat. So we've created a really respectful environment when using positive reinforcement training. I'd go to get to his shoulder, and I'd just put my hand here, and it would shake, 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 and bolt away. And you can still see he's really uncomfortable with me just being there. Good boy, it's okay. So this is a really tight body posturing, and he keeps kind of checking in, but I'm just going to have really low expectations for him. Good. And reward. Even though I want to try not to reward too many times with him being in a tense position and try and create a different answer for that behavior, but I also want to just continue to reinforce he didn't move, right? He didn't do anything bad or wrong. Right there, good. Started chewing again, even touching, so that's a really good positive. When a horse is truly feeling in danger or threatened, they won't eat, right? But if he feels like he's safe enough to keep chewing, so we do a lot of this work loose with him. I don't want to put him on the halter, because if he needed to leave and he hit the end of that halter, now he's going to feel trapped, and all those bad feelings are going to be 10 times bigger. So everything we're doing with him right now is just loose, 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 loose. And if he needs to leave, then he can leave. Good. But the consequence is now he's going to work, right? But not in a careful.
Yeah, not in a punitive way, just a...
You know, it's interesting. I haven't seen much of this where you're having to push him back.
Yeah.
Which is he's getting more comfortable.
Right. He's getting more pushy and
yeah.
like.
Yeah, and I have not seen that yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm being careful not to overreact to that, but
Yeah.
just like, nah, how about you keep your face over there? No, how about you keep your face over there?
He's like, but you don't.
So good for him. I mean, he's come so far, but put a stranger in the mix,
Yeah.
then it's a totally different horse,
Right.
It's almost like he's not trained at all, which is really unfortunate, but also indicative of hyper-intelligent horses who've had a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
So